Yo, console star here. Another rec game. Actually, this is one of the best rec games I probably ever played before. I mean, they actually passed the ball. I mean, the last 3 or 4 games I played in the rec, I've gotten demolished. And I haven't even touched the ball. I wanted to make some highlights. And I might still make highlights from those games showing that nobody was willing to pass the ball. Had a point guard. I guess he must have had a Steph Curry build. And this dude took 17 threes. He made 4. He had like 2 assists the whole game. I mean, he was terrible the entire game. He did everything to destroy how we played. And the other guards, just as bad. It was so terrible. Such a terrible losses. But the last night, that was the game that was the icing on the cake. Awful. God awful. This guy right here is a KD build named Keem, all caps or something like that. And this guy kind of, I guess he had like Kevin Durant build because he had like all Kevin Durant animations. Kevin Durant dribbles, Kevin Durant's fadeaway. And I said, he had 94 like mid-range, like I think he had a 90-something in 3. And I mean, I locked him up. I mean, I played him good from the jump. He got me the ball in an open spot in the middle of the court. I made an easy layup. I'm actually kind of lucky. Like I said, I don't usually get the ball that much in the rec like the last 10 games. I mean, first few days, great rec games. Even my losses were great losses. For the last 4 games, horrendous. Just nobody's willing to pass, and I hate more than anything on 2K guys who pass the ball. I mean, who don't pass the ball, but they feel like they need to. They feel like they need to constantly shoot the ball. No, if you don't play defense, you don't get to shoot the ball. If you get destroyed, they're gonna give up 30 points. I don't need you shooting 30 times and not even shooting 45%. You're shooting terrible percentages. And the only thing that's really keeping your grade up is that you happen to be tall and you just get a lot of rebounds and maybe a couple of blocks. So, but you're really not being rewarded for the bad defense. I think bad defense needs to be rewarded heavily. I think locks need to be turned down. The lock defenders are ridiculous. I've seen a guy tip the ball out of bounds. He dives out of bounds, saves it, and throws it back in. Terrible. Nobody has the reaction of Spider-Man like that. That has to stop 2K. Fix that. The locks are out of control. And the big guys got to be rewarded. And the locks got to be rewarded for playing out of position. Because a lot of them are just jumping around, just jumping in front of people, getting steals. And I don't know, maybe it's the ball speed or people's passing ratings. It just seems like they're much faster than the basketball, especially the locks. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not a game developer. I'm just saying it's just something's with it, and it looks kind of natural sometimes. But anyway, this guy again with the fadeaway. My big man, he didn't score a lot, but he sure passed the ball a lot in rebounds, and went straight to the hole. I'm surprised they give him the ball. I really am. Most rec players don't share the basketball. They're very selfish. I mean, about a month or 2 ago, I started playing with a few guys from my job, and I mean, we actually have some really good rec games. Even our losses are real close. One night, we probably went like 8-1 in the rec, and then went like 2 or 3-0 in pro-am. I mean, it's about really passing the ball. I know a lot of people just want to be scorers, but the game does reward defense, especially if you stand in front of a guy. You don't always have to go for a block. Like me, I don't get a lot of steals. I really don't get a lot of blocks. But one thing I must say is that I just try to stay in front of my man to make his shots contested. I mean, because that's all you can really hope for. Anyway, it's just he gets missed shots. Missed shots also create opportunities to score on the other end. Really, passing and teamwork really does get the job done. I just wish that more rec players play like that. I've played with guys who just stand in the corner, And they can shoot the three, but they won't shoot it. And he's the guy we need to shoot the ball. And he has games where he's very unselfish, but also he has games where he can only see one person on the court. Like, there's many other people open, but he has tunnel vision. You know, and tunnel vision doesn't help either playing basketball, because you got to at least see the floor, because the more people you see open, it spreads things out, and it keeps defenders from coming over and double teaming and trapping, especially with like lock bills. I mean, it really, really helps. It helps with the lock bills, man, keeping them from double teaming and trapping and stealing the ball. But my teammates played wonderful. My point guard was good. Point guard was shooting open shots. And my big man, I think he finished with 23 rebounds. He was actually really, really good. He didn't really block a lot of shots, but he rebounded the ball very, very well. He was a paint presence. He patrolled the paint well. Our guards kind of got sloppy on defense at one point in the game, but overall, man, the second half really showed how well you can play, but you really need 5 in this game. Even if you have 3, you can really kind of control the pace with 3 a little bit. But, and I tell people, if you're playing with randoms, one thing you have to do is you have to get like randoms involved, man, because you have to make them feel like, you know, hey, I'm trusting you to take these open shots or these open layups. I'm trusting you. Sometimes if I notice you have a good handling ability, I trust you to dribble the ball. I mean, I want to see what you can do in ISO situations, because sometimes you might not be the type of player who gets open running around. You might get more open with the dribble moves, because some people are crafty with the sticks, you know, and that's just the way it is, you know. I say give them the ball and let them see what they can do. If they can work and ISO and get some easy buckets ISOing, you might have to keep giving them the ball a little bit to kind of let him catch his groove, you know. But overall, it's teamwork. But the random also has to understand too that you can't continue to shoot like that and be successful missing. You know, you got to be making those shots. You know, I've played with guys who, like I said, I played with guys who big men, but they're on the perimeter. They can't defend, but they're willing to take every three-point shot that's given to them. And if the three-point shot's not falling, you got to go inside and make some layups. You know, get yourself back into a groove with layups. You got to do that. That's part of the game. You know, if shots ain't falling, go in the hole, make some easy buckets. And also too, it helps keep the defense honest. I repeat, and I say this so many times, it really helps keep the defense honest. You know, tough layup. Wow, I thought that was an anthem. But anyway, keep the defense honest. Let them know that you're not just driving. You can actually shoot the ball. And if you can shoot and you're not making it, because they'll sag off and let you shoot those bad shots. But sometimes you have to show them, hey, look, I can go to the hole. And I can score in the paint too. So now they can't really play you like they want to on the three-point line. They have to get up close, and it creates. Now you're driving, they'll sag off, and you can take a mid-range shot. You kind of have to keep people guessing. You can't just create a pattern where you're doing the same thing over and over. You know, you really can't. And on here, even without badges, there's a way to play defense even without badges. It's just stand between your opponent and the rim, and just getting your hands up at the right time. Don't always reach for steals. If you don't have stealing ability, stop reaching for steals. If your block shot is not good, stop jumping and leaving your feet, because you leave your feet, they're going to go right around you, especially if they're fast. It's really about just getting your hands up. You know, get your hands up. You know, and that right there, that was kind of a bad layup on my part. That was actually terrible. I shouldn't have took that. I should have passed it. And I can admit I mess up sometimes, but I mean, you know, like last year, I played with some buddies, and I've had some bad games, but at the end of the year, I shot like 55%, so I wasn't really playing bad consistently. You know, I mean, you shooting 40% in the rec center, you shooting 29 and 30% from three, you probably might need to stop shooting threes. You know, and you're doing this multiple seasons, stop shooting. You know, hey, go to the hole sometimes. It's okay. Go to the hole. It's not gonna hurt you. I promise you, it won't kill you. Go to the hole. Try it. It works. Pass the ball sometimes. It works. The main thing is, if you don't level up until you win, you can score as many points as you want to, but if you're constantly losing, you don't level up. You level up quicker with the W's. Winning matters most. But see, this is where people get caught up in selfishness too. Because they want to be the scorer, they want to be the go-to guy. Me, I can really care less about scoring. I like to score, I would like to touch the ball. But man, I get a kick out of playing defense. I want to make sure my opponent does not score. And if I score 20 points, I'm going to try to do my best to make sure he doesn't score 20. I'm going to let him score half or less of what I'm already scoring. You know, that's what I try to do every time I play defense. You know, I take pride in defense. I think it's actually it's a lost art. Many people don't like to use it. I do. I feel it's right score. I love defense. I like it. I love it. I think it's something I think it's something that's important to winning a basketball game. And I'm just not talking about video game. I'm not just talking about video game basketball. I'm talking about it translates to real life basketball. It matters. It truly does matter. Defense matters. You know, you have to play defense, and it matters on the game. If you're playing good defense, that's cool. You know, you have to play defense. Wow, I'm playing a half, and honestly, like I said, I didn't expect it. They actually fed me the ball and trusted me to take shots. But in return, especially in the second half, hey, I'm willing to pass and let them play the two-man games because we were starting to pull away, and I don't mind, you know, people taking shots. Just let them be smart shots. That's all I'm saying. You know, I can live with us losing on smart shots, but to take shots contested and, you know, people in your face, and, you know what I'm saying, you don't really defend, you know, you're taking contested threes, but then your man's leaking out scoring on the other end. It's just not smart, you know. That's what I wish people would, you know, people will understand, man. It's really about being smart. And I notice the more smart players you have on your team, even your losses don't look so bad. You know, you might lose against a good team, 2 to 10 points. That's a good loss. When you start losing by 20 because everybody's taking dumb shots, everybody's playing out of position, everybody's just jacking up threes, because I think the three ball has really hurt the NBA. I think it's been a great thing for the NBA, but I also think it has hurt the NBA because with the three ball, efficiency has went down. I think a lot of threes lead to fast break and transition points. It really hurts the morale of the team, especially if you're not making it, you know. And I'm not going to blame teams like Golden State to say it's their fault. They were actually good at doing it, you know, so making threes. So in return, they won. And they were a good defensive team. And also, too, when they were winning chips, they also were great scoring at the basket. So much respect to the Golden State Warriors. But a lot of teams in the NBA, I notice they lose because they're just shooting too many threes and they don't defend. And they ain't scoring a lot of points in the paint. You know, I think that's something that's very important. Went out with the three. See, I have been driving for so long. Finally got a chance to hit the wide open shot, and I cashed it. You know, so it makes the defense not sag off in the paint as much. Now they have to come out and guard because it's like, oh, now the guy can shoot. The guy can shoot the 3 too. You know, it's really about being smart, man. And I wish I was watching a video. And just give a shout out to a YouTuber I was watching video today, and he said, man, you have to put the ball on the floor with purpose, man. You can't just go out there and just take dumb shots and stupid shots. I think his name was OFM Prince. He said, man, you have to put the ball on the floor with purpose. Make sure you're dribbling with a purpose. Man, you have to pass to open people that are cutting. You have to do that, you know. Stop always looking to score. You know, shoot the wide open shot. Don't shoot the contested shot. You know, wide open shots, and I'm noticing this year too. When you're wide open, most of my threes, they go in when I'm wide open. I time them better when I'm wide open. But just to shoot threes, man, and contest it, those are bad shots. And especially if you got like perimeter guys. Especially if you got perimeter guys that are good defenders, it's gonna affect your jump shot. Please stop shooting tons of threes. Go to the rack. Use your big man. Pass to the guys cutting. It's the reason they're there. It's the reason that you have them. Use them. Utilize them. See, I'm letting my teammates take their shots. I'm making sure I'm standing on my guy. Kareem, Hakeem, all caps. You know I'm talking about? He had a Durant build. He was like an 87 overall. He had like a 94, 96 in mid-range. I think he had like a 90-something in 3. Looked like he had some good ratings. Maybe he didn't have the badges, you know, so I don't want to shame him, but he was in for a long day. I tried to stay on him as much as possible. That's another thing too, man. On fast breaks. When you're on fast breaks, man, you can't just go and stick your man on fast breaks. I wish people understood this. You have to guard the guy sometimes just like right close to you, or the man who's wide open that's close to you, because they're probably going to kick it to that guy. And also to give up the 2, not the 3. So if you see one guy going to the wing to shoot the 3, one guy going to the hole, just go out and cover the 3-point shooters. Let them have the 2. You know, don't leave the 3-point shooters open, chasing the guy to get 2 points and possibly giving them a foul. It's foolish. Stop the 3 ball, because if they're open and they're really good shooters, the 3 ball is going to be a hard thing for them to stop. And there it is. I yammed on him. Hey, easy 2. I was wide open, straight down the middle. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Open shots, smart passes, play defense. Stop reaching for steals all the time. Stop reaching. Reaching puts them at the foul line, puts them in the penalty early, and when the reaches throw you out of place. Just stay in between your man, the ball, and the hoop. Stay in between them. Don't make it easy for them. Make it hard for them to score. That's what you want to do. You want to make it hard for them to score, not easy. See, like, don't get me wrong. I like the fact he tried to come and trap, but it was unnecessary. 1. And the second thing is you were reaching and you caused a foul to give him free throws at the line. Why? Why would you do that? You're already up 16 points. There's no need to be reaching. Just stay in between them. Let them get a shot clock violation. Let them force a bad shot so the big man can get the ball. But don't get to reaching, because that was a foolish foul that honestly didn't even need to be had. See, transition defense, everybody runs to the paint. For me personally, I would have just gave it to 2 because I'm not giving up no threes. No. The 3 on here is the end all be all. If you can nail the 3, you can win the game. I'd rather take away 3s and let you score back and forth from me with 2s. Because, especially if I have a big man, it's going to be hard for you to go in the paint and just keep going them 2s. But I'm going to try to do my best to make sure that I eliminate the 3 ball. That is the most important thing to me, eliminating the 3 ball. And I tell people, in order to eliminate the 3 ball, please make builds that have at least a Challenger silver. Make builds that at least have an force, immovable force, the silver Challenger badge, immovable force. You want those because those help with contesting shots. It lowers the chance, or at least makes it difficult for them to make it. That's the motto I've been living off the last few years, and my defense is actually pretty good. I would say is at least a B plus or A minus, has a B plus or A minus average. I'm pretty good with defending. You know, I think that's honestly probably my best attribute. I think it's better than the fact that I can go to the hole and make layups and dunks. I think my defense is probably the best. And I'm shooting, like I said, I probably done played about 25 rec games, 27, 28, 38, 28 rec games, and I'm probably shooting like 60-some% and shooting like 40% from 3, you know, so my shooting ain't bad. You know, it's okay, you know. I think my defense is probably the best thing, and I encourage anybody to get this badge. Please get the mini shot block badge. You know, where you can chase down and slap the ball off the backboard. I'll probably put it in the chat to tell you what badge I'm talking about. But get it at least to a silver. It really comes in handy. And see, I'm not great at dribbling. I know how to do just enough to kind of keep him from stealing the ball from me. I just try not to do too much. I kind of like to try to stay in my lane. You know, I do the things that are necessary, that I'm good at, and I try not to add or take away from that. I don't want to do anything that's uncharacteristic of, or make any low IQ movements. I try to do that as less as possible. I try not to move in the same space where somebody's at. I try to move to a space where nobody is. It's like simple stuff, you know. Don't crowd one side. You know, if your guy takes a 3, and once he gets the shot off, he starts running back to the other end. Man, he misses the shot. Take off. Leak out on him. You know. If you take a shot, don't just stand around and just take the shot. Once you take the shot, just start sprinting to the other end of the court to get the open guy. Don't give him any easy 3s. It can be done. I do it all the time. You know, wherever your man goes, you go. Also, too, sometimes, man, a key to playing good defense, too, is don't take your eyes off your man. Pay attention to what you need to do and what your man is doing. Don't look in the backcourt looking to see what somebody else is doing. Don't look to the left or to the right trying to figure out who's trying to get steals and things of that nature. Please don't. Keep your eye on your man. Keep an eye on what you're doing. You know, don't take your eye off of him. Because sometimes you can take your eye off and you can look in another direction, looking to see what somebody else is doing. And meanwhile, while you're doing it, the guy you're sticking is paying attention to your movements. He's backdooring and running to the other corner, looking for 3s or looking for wide open shots, should I say? Don't give it to him, please. These are things that you, as a rec center player, can fix. These are things you can stop. You know, make it hard for them to score. You might not stop everything, at least make it difficult. Stay between them in the basket. And I tried to stay with my man as much as possible this game. I think I finished the game with like 24, 3 and 5. And Keem all caps, the guy I was sticking, he only finished the game with 3 points. I mean, I stayed on him the entire game. I tried to stay on him as much as possible. He got one open 3 due to like a fast break D. And we got called into a switch. And somebody else left him wide open. And that's where he got his 3. And I made it my business after that to make sure he does not shoot the ball to get open again. And I stayed on him like white on rice. So after this game, it just brings us to, this will make my 3rd game in a row I've won. After all the losses, I've moved back up to the baller ranks. Just overall a good game. I even let my teammates score. Didn't do anything, like I said, out of character. Most of the shots I had taken have been wide open. I got 5 assists because I dished it to guys who I saw cutting to the rim. I wasn't trying to be greedy. I wasn't even asking for the ball on offense. You know, so. But overall, everybody played really, really smart. And they just didn't do anything out of character. These are the keys to winning. Play defense. Take smart shots. Make smart passes. Keep your eye on your man. And don't get caught looking at other players on the court. Things of that nature. These are the things that help you win. Open shots are smart shots. And play deep. Defense matters. Well, that's all. Just wanted to make a quick video, man, just showing you guys that the rec can be decent, man, if you teamwork make the dream work. That's the truth. And we won, man. And I won player of the game. I'm actually just kind of surprised. But man, like I said, man, tune into more of my videos. I'll be showing you some of the strategies I use in my next video. I'm just trying to help people become good rec players. That's all.